Hey guys, so this one is for all the project panners out there, because I know plenty of us do this same thing, maybe not with spreadsheets, maybe some of you in a notebook, maybe some of you just in like Notepad on the computer, however you keep track of it. I know darn well I'm far from alone here, because around 2021, I think is when I started warming up to and liking the idea of Project Pan. I was finally wrapping my head around the mindset, and I wanted to jump in, so I was starting to pan stuff, but what I wasn't doing was tracking my usage totals by category year over year. I forget who I saw do it first on YouTube. Was it Sarah Rose? I'm not sure it was her. I don't think it was panning for goals either, but regardless, whoever it was, that's around when I saw it. I was like, that's an awesome idea. However, I didn't want to jump in partway through a year, so I was like, okay, as of the first of next year, which at that point would be 2022, I'm gonna start keeping track of all of the categories of everything that I'm using up. And we'll just like compare it year by year by year by year. Mostly just so I can see trends, see what am I using more of, what am I using less of, think about why is that, things like that. So this, for me, is literally just because I am that type A and that nerdy to where I find it fun to track stuff like this. And this is not my only empties spreadsheet. Oh, no. We also have the one that tracks how many uses on everything. We also have the one that tracks which specific products I have used up in whatever the current year is, along with their value total, and keeping the tally of that. I have... There's a bunch. There's a bunch of these. We'll put it that way. You don't really care about how many of these I run, but regardless, I thought it'd be fun just to compare year over year of what I've got so far from 2022 forward. Even though I realize we're only second month in on 2025, so this year's stuff doesn't really count yet, but it will. I'll probably do update videos, like, one a year for this series, I guess, but we'll also see how it goes over, because maybe nobody but me cares, which is probably more like it. But anyway, so 2022. Shave creams used up. 1. Yeah, I know, you're going, how the hell do you only go through one in a year? And I'm like, A, because I'm perpetually single, and B, nobody's seeing them, so if it's pants weather, I'm not bothering, so yeah, there's that. And I use up, like, cheap conditioner that's not great on my hair, also as shaving cream. So, anyways, I used up 1 in 2022, I used up 1 in 2023. I don't know what the fuck happened in 2024. There is 0. Well, no, that's a lie. I do know what happened. Depression happened. 2025, I have already used 1 up. And we're only like a month in. So, we're already off to a good start, I guess. More or less right on par. I guess I have an average going. Face masks. This is both for sheet and otherwise. In 2022, I used up 32. That's a pretty big number. In 2023, I used up 30. A little lower, but just about as high. 2024, I used up 15. A, depression happened. B, Rachel's ghost happened. Generally, when I do my masking is in the morning when I'm doing my skincare stuff. The mornings, like, I'd be watching on there. I didn't know if the drop of a hat, I'd be called up there, so I kind of just was, like, skipping a lot of stuff, throwing the makeup on, and just waiting just in case. So I didn't use nearly as much stuff last year as I normally would. Currently, for this year so far, I've only used up 1, but that's because I've been focusing on non-sheet mask so far this year, just for the time being. Oh, I'll definitely use a bunch of those too, don't get me wrong, but just the focus of the moment. Perfumes and fragrances. In 2022, I used up 5. Now, see, this can include sample sizes in these numbers, so that's how there was 5 fragrances used up that year, because I was still working at Mod, and just to cover the stench of working in that environment, I had to, like, bathe in that shit every time I went in just to survive there. Anyway, 2023, back to, like, a more normal setting, I used up 2. 2024, I don't know what the fuck happened. I actually didn't use any up. Which, I'm asking myself, how the hell did you manage that? I don't know. This year, I've already used up 1. So, you know, off to a good start. Hand creams and lotions. 2022, I used up 9. 2023, I got a little more into it, I guess, because I used up 11. 2024, depression happened. Only 5 were used up. And this year so far, I have not completed one yet. But the year is still young, we got time to work on it. So, the next category is shampoo. And it's going to sound bad for some of these years here. But I will again tell you the reason. It's like 2022, I only used up 1 total. But that's because I have several different things open at once and I bounce between them like crazy. So with that in mind, it's not that I wasn't washing my hair. You guys saw my hair. It would have been really obvious. But like, when I'm going across a bunch of them all the time, they're all going down consistently, but nothing's hitting empty, boom, 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 like it normally would. So, that was 2022. 2023, I used up 3 in total. 2024, we're back to 1, but that time I was kind of half being gross, so, you know. 2025, so far it's 0, but I have one that's like right on the verge. It's like another use or 2, and that one will be gone. Moisturizers! In 2022, I used up 5. 2023, I used up 11. But, again, I count samples as well in these tallies, so some of those were samples, some of them were full-sized. We're not judging. 2024, I used up 5 again. 2025, I've used up 2 so far. And one of them was, in fact, the tail end of a full size. Now, soaps. I think I was being a little overzealous with them in 2022. And I was going through them more quickly. I went through 17 that year. I don't know. Maybe part of it was still the germophobia left over from the pandemic. I used up 17 fucking soaps in 2022. I don't know. Because 2023, this number dropped to 8, which sounds more correct. 2024, we had 5, which sounds bad until I point out that I had about 4 of them. I was going back and forth between trying not to hit empty on any of them on purpose because I hadn't yet reviewed it and I didn't want to accidentally use up the end. So then I'd start working on these others and, oh crap, that one's getting okay, move over here. And I kept doing that without finishing stuff. So it's not that I wasn't washing my hands. Oh, even during the depression, I was still washing my hands. But, yeah. But that is why this year, we're only on, it's February 5th right now, I've used up 5 already. So I'm knocking out those tail end ones that were just like lined up along the sink, almost gone, but not quite. They had like maybe like 10, 15 uses left a piece. I'm like knocking all those out of the park at the moment, so I'm going for my easy wins first, okay? So anyway, but yeah, we're already at 5, which is last year's total for the whole year. And I'm already there right now. Which is interesting with this next category, because lippies, any kind, lip balm, lip gloss, lipstick, lip plumper, all of them, they're all under this category here. In 2022, I used up 4. That's not a very proud number. But I did better in 2023, because I used up 11. But I could do better. 2024, I used up 14. And now we're in 2025, where we're only about a month into the year, and I have used up 16. Number 16 was finished off today. I have a couple more. They're like right on the cusp. Like this guy here, really close. This guy here, like we're getting there. Like all of this is empty. And even this, about half of this is air that I'm squeezing on. So both of these are close and gonna be added on there soon too. Amongst others that are also low. Because when I did my lippy declutter of last year, I may have also been going through looking at and seeing, okay, which ones are the lowest and closest to done? Let's put these in a separate drawer in each of the caboodles so I can just like whip through these and get like easy wins next year. Is it cheating? No, because shit is still getting used. So, anyway. Serums. 2022, I used up 11 of them. But again, samples count. 2023, I used up 13 of them. 2024, even with the depression, I managed to use 11. So apparently that part of my skincare was still very much happening. I don't know. So far this year, I've used up 1 already. So not too terrible, not too shabby. I don't think I have any that are close to empty right now, so we're just actively just grinding at it for the moment. Exfoliators and scrubs. 2022, I used up 5. 2023, I used up 4. 2024, I used up 5 again. So, I haven't completed any yet this year, but okay, that tells me I hold pretty steady with the scrubs, it appears. So, alright, good to know, good knowledge to have. Toners! 2022, I used up 3. That's still pretty respectable. 2023, I used up 4. 2024, I used up 5. And then so far this year, I have used up 1. But I have a couple more that are getting there. They're getting there. But I also have a few real big bottles that I gotta, like, work on. So, deodorants. 2022, I used up 5. 2023, I used up 3. Because remember I had certain ones that I whipped through fast, and then there was like ones like, why is this one taking so much longer than the others? I don't know why. It was that year where I was just like, oh my god, this one stick is going and going and going and going, and it just doesn't run out. What the fuck? Why aren't they all like that? 2024, I used 4. Which, okay. I mean, there's still kind of a ballpark going on here from what I'm seeing. I haven't completed one yet for 2025, but I think I'm hitting the tail end of my current one. Cleansers! This one is interesting, because 2022, I used up 7. 2023, I used 6. 2024, I still used 6. So this is pretty steady. 2025, I've already used up 3, though. Granted, they were samples, but still, I've used up 3 so far. Acne spot treatments. 2022, I used up 1. Every year since then, crickets. Apparently, I only made it happen the one time so far. And that could be anything from those little acne dots to, like, actual spot treatment you put on the... It all counts, and I still only managed to complete 1. I'm not sure why that is. I think because I lose them. Eye cream, 2022, I used up 4. 2023, I used up 5. I was really on top of my skincare game in 2023, it seems. 2024, I used up 3. But I had, like, some big ones going last year, to be fair, so that's, yeah. And then this year, so far, I've already used up 2. And number 3 is on the cusp. And it's not even a sample. Anyway. Makeup removers. 2022, I used up 3. 2023, I used up 4. 2024, I used up 3 again. And so far this year, 0, but we are getting close. We are close. Conditioner. 2022, I used up 1. Rewind to the point about the shampoos, it all applies for conditioner too. 2023, I used up 2. 2024, I still used up 2. 2025, I've used up 1. Of dry shampoos, in 2022, I used up 1. 2023, I used up 2. And then Cricket's forward from there. Probably because I realized dry shampoo sucks balls. It does not play nice with me. It literally makes it worse than it was going in. Those little eye patches that you put on, like the little mini masks just for under your eyes. 2022, I used 1 pair. 2023, I used 6 pairs. And then they kind of fell off. So I'm gonna work on that. I don't have a whole crap ton of them in my stash anyway to work through, but I try to hang on to them for like when I'm sleep deprived and feel like I need it. But then half the time when I do that, I still forget to actually use them. Hence the boat we are in. Eyeshadow primer. In 2022, I used up 1. In 2023 and 2024, I used up 0. Because eyeshadow primer lasts fucking forever. In 2025, I finally finished 1. That's about how long it takes to use up eyeshadow primer, because the one that I completed in 2022 is the same one that I completed a second time, and it took just over, I think, depending what part of the year it landed in to replace it the first time, about 3 years. So, again, they last fucking forever. Anyway, hair masks. In 2022, I used up 1. In 2023, I used up 2. In 2024, I used up 2. So far, none this year. But that doesn't mean I haven't been using them. I just have, like, the full-size tub in my shower. So, there's that. Heat protected. 2022, I used up 1. 2023, I used up 0. 2024, I used up 1. So if this pattern is holding steady, I may not hit an empty on it this year. But that's okay. This one is shameful. 2022, for toothpaste, I used up 5. 2023, I used up 4. Either I was getting better at squeezing out every last drop, or I was being gross. 2024, 3. Again, depression, and again, this is why my teeth are so fucked, because I do shit like that when I get depressed. 2025, so far it's 0, but I have one that's like halfway gone right now, so depending how long that takes. Shower gel. 2022, I used up 2. 2024, I used up 4. 2024, I used up 2 again. I mean, shower gels take me a while to go through, especially when, like, they're the full-sized ones, but I'm just like, how did I make 4 happen unless I was doing, like, samples or something? Maybe that was it for the 4, because I'm like, nah, 2 sounds about legit for me. And I'm at 0 so far this year, but that doesn't mean shit. Hair treatments. I didn't do any in 2022. I did 1 in 2023. This is not counting hair dye, because otherwise these numbers would be quite different. 3 in 2024, and then 0 this year. Nail polish. There is only 1 year that I have a full finish on a nail polish. It's the only reason it's on the board. And that was in 2023. I used one all the way up. Proudest fucking moment, because I was firmly of the belief that you can't fully use up a nail polish. Yeah, well, I did it. I freaking did it to prove it to myself. Next we have foundation. The hilarious thing, up until last year, I had never completed a foundation in my entire life. I finally did it come 2024. And then I finished 3 in 1 year. Because apparently I figured out the key to using foundation and not having it look like cake face. Therefore I started actually wearing it pretty much every day. And look at that, it makes all the difference in the world that, oh, now I go through it. I go through a lot of it, actually, when I use it like that. Haven't completed one yet this year, though, but yeah, 3 for last year after never having completed one ever. Same with primer, mostly because I don't think I ever used primer before then. Just face primer. 2024, I used up 4. It's the only year with it on the board. Blush, the only year so far that has a completion, also 2024. But I have one right on the freaking verge right now that's the same size as that one. It shouldn't take much longer. Like, probably by the end of this month I'll hit it. Setting sprays, nothing till 2024, and we have 1. And then for this year, we have 1. Let's see. And that is the last category. So, my empties total cost for the year in 2022 was $1,250.30. It's kind of jarring when you add it all up. In 2023, it was $1,146.91. 2024 was $1,144.83, which only missed the mark of the previous year by $2. It was almost exactly the effing same. And then it feels unfair to count this year yet because we're only in February, but I'll pull up the spreadsheet with the exact total so far for this year, though, just because my sister is still going, how the hell? How did you manage this? And I'm like, I don't know, but my brain's going, a high score on one level, and on the other hand, I'm like, wait, is that a good thing? I'm not so positive that it is. I don't know. Okay, so these totals for this year. Yeah, so far this year, I have used up $323.77. And it is only February 5th. That does not mean that I spent that to buy all of these. I am saying the value of each of them. What they actually cost, so just saying. But I mean, to be fair, the very first empty of the year was worth $78 on its own, so I felt like I got an unfair advantage from that. I've had a few items in there that are really high like that, and I feel like that's how I got the high score so early in the year. But yeah, so that seems to be how my tracking stuff is going so far. It's really just because I'm that big a nerd and I enjoy charting stuff like that, so, I mean, it only takes me, like, a few seconds to, like, update entries, so, I mean, it's no biggie to me. But anyway, do any of you guys do this? What do your numbers look like if you feel like sharing? Just anything about anything. We'll have a conversation down below. I'm sure some of you would be like, you have way too much fucking time on your hands, and yes, I do. Anyway, that is it for this one. So as usual, you know what to do. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. If you're not already and you'd like to be, click subscribe. Hit that notification bell icon so you never miss an upload. Leave comments down below. Make sure you're following my social media accounts, my Facebook fan page, my Twitter, my Instagram, my eBay, my Reddits, everything and more. It's all down below. And if you like what I do here on this channel and you'd like to help support it, the donation link, as always, is down in the description. Get your name on the end card for a month from the time of donating. Anyway, guys, till next time, see ya.